Yes, guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video from myself at the Bridgeside. So, breaking news, and this one is excited. I'm sure I can edit something onto the screen. Breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea submit initial bid in excess of €35 million fee for Jamie Gittens. Finally, some actual news. No agreement with Borussia Dortmund yet, but deal on as add-ons will also be crucial part of the negotiations. Gittens agreed 7-year deal with Chelsea, as all done in terms of contract and salary, and Man City have 10% sell-on clause as part of the deal. See, this is one that we need to get through the door before the Club World Cup. You know, you think about how much that will push us forward in terms of attack. That is some good breaking news. But the main point of this video today is my Chelsea squad for 2025/26. Keep, loan, sell. That is what we're doing today. So let me show you this this chart that I've already made. Okay, don't judge. This took me some time. Right, you've got all the players, right? So each one I'm going to go through, keep, loan, sell. And once they're in that box, I don't know how to take them out or move them. So if you're in there and I insult you, I apologise. If you disagree, let me know in the comments why. Okay, I'm just going to do this at random. I'm going to try and flow through this. This is the second video of the day. It's a Saturday for Christ's sake, so... if that doesn't deserve a like or a comment or even a subscribe, hit that button, hit that notification bell as well. Anything to support your boy, come on. Okay. Let's start with João Felix. Let's start at the front, okay? João Felix. It's a straight sell for me. I'm sorry, mate. I'm pretty sure I've seen the Benfica have put in a 25 million offer for João Felix, and to be honest with you, the fact that they're offering that much money, considering he scored one goal at the beginning of his loan deal, Milan, and the last game of the season, I think Chelsea just got to bite their hand off. It kind of goes against everything I said earlier. That I personally would like to keep him. I think he's just someone I think would just be good to come off the bench. Disasi, I apologise for how dirty I did you with the animation. But again, just go, mate. Do you know what? If it was between you and Badiashile, I would probably keep Disasi. I think he's shown a bit more oomph and a bit more pride and a bit more, the times he would celebrate a good tackle. That's what we want to see. That's the kind of level. But again, I think he just switches off a lot, makes a lot of mistakes, and we can't be doing that. Datro Fofana. Now, I remember watching his highlights when he was first spoken about last year. It's just not gone well for him, really. And I'd love to say loan, but I don't see how he fits into the team at all. So it's a sell for me. Ben Chilwell, again, I would love to have him as a backup for Cucurella. This guy's proven. He's won the Champions League with us. He's done very well since he come from Leicester, but he won't suit our style of football. I think that's pretty obvious, hence why he's gone out on loan. He's a good left wing back. He's not a good inverted left back. Maybe a good solid left back, but he can't invert, not like Cucurella does. And yes, Chilwell can score goals, but I think he's just past it. So that'll be a sell from me. I mean, you can tell who I've really cared about when it comes to the level of quality of photo I'm using. Sterling, just leave. This man's going to be hard to shift, let's be honest. The guy's wages are ridiculous. Unless he wants to stay in the Premier, he's going to have to at least have half of those wages cut. Now, if you're like me, do you see him doing that? Probably not. Does he deserve 300 grand a week? No. Maybe 10 years ago, if that. Right. Mr. Andre Santos. Let me just mention, Esteban Paez are not in this. 1, I completely forgot. 2, they're not currently on loan. They are currently not at the club. They will be at the club in the next few... Well, I'm pretty sure Esteval comes after the Club World Cup, doesn't he? And Santos, I'm not sure if he's available for the Club World Cup. I'll have to have a look into that. Santos, keep. Beautiful man, great smile, great head of hair. Just a great man. Mark Gue. Now, I'm a big fan of Mark Gue, and I was really annoyed when he got injured in that game. I can't remember what game it was, but obviously he done his groin in, and to be fair, the man tried to do the splits, and fair play to him. But when Jackson got that red card, I think Mark Gue would have been perfect to fit in that spot. The guy just is a relentless worker, and he's a bargain for 5 million. So for Mark Gue with this season, it depends again on who we bring in and so forth. I would personally whack him on a good loan. Get this man some experience. Maybe whack him into a team that's coming up, like a Sunderland. But then I see that Ipswich are really going for him. And do you know what? Championship might be good. He's quite a physical player. I think he'll do well. Mr. Liam Delap. There's no point even discussing that one, is there? Keep off the bat. Now, I don't know about you guys, right? When I watch myself, my eyebrows completely tilted down. It's just an odd thing to notice about yourself. But when you notice it, and I'm like, oh. Noni Madueke. Personally, because of the options we have are so limited, even though we have so many good wingers, proven wingers are, I think, something we don't have. Tyreek George, academy player, still coming up, doing well, showing his worth. Is he going to live up to that level of standard? I think if Noni can really crack down and just be relentless and go for it, I think he'd be fine. So for me personally, I'd keep him. Unless you get some ridiculous offer through the door, then bite my hand off. 60 million. Oh my God, take him. Just I can't see. You're robbing me. Just take him. But all right, Neto. I love this man. He's on my wall for Christ's sake. Don't know if you can see him because them lights are dying. I need to charge them. But Neto, it's just you know what? He's an unsung hero. I think who said it in the. I think it was a Joey Knight podcast. And it was a Josh Aveste, and they were speaking about an unsung hero. And obviously, I think Josh said someone like Cucurella or Enzo Fernandez. Now, Joey said Neto, and I think he's absolutely bang on because Neto is a workhorse. He's worked his ass off, even when it comes defensively going forward. He put some really good balls in. If we had a genuine number 9 that sits in that box and it's just a presence, I think the amount of assists this man would have got is unbelievable. And he scored goals in moments that we needed him the most, and he pulled through. So that is a keep from me. Mr. Ice Cold Palmer. I really hope he has such a good season this season. Needs to work on the trim. But hey, each their own. Kiernan Drewsbury Hall. Now, do you know what? The second half of the season, I think Drewsbury Hall has really come through and really started to show some good qualities. Obviously, there was some hiccups in his plays, bad touches. That goal for Jadon Sancho in the last game. I don't know if you guys see, but if that defender actually put his foul properly, he would have stopped that pass. And it seemed like a bit of a hiccup pass from Drewsbury Hall. But I also think Drewsbury Hall's too good just to be left on the bench. I think he deserves his time just to be that number 1 guy. So by all means, sell. But trust me when I say this, I thank him for everything. I think he's been brilliant. This man here, Lavia. Do you know what? I'm really excited for this season in terms of the battle between Enzo, Caicedo, Santos and Lavia on who, keeps that spot. And you've got that Asugu coming in as well. Now, obviously, pre-season and everything like that, he might end up going on loan. But watching that Asugu score like a 40-yard screamer top corner, if you've not watched Asugu in his his highlights, go and do it. I think you'll enjoy him. I think he's like a Caicedo 2.0. I don't want to predict this now. I do enjoy Enzo Fernandez. I just think he's too slow when it comes to defensively. Not even just that, just tracking back and even sometimes pressing. He's a bit slow. I wouldn't be too surprised if towards the latter end of the season you find Enzo's on the bench more and then Santos or a Lavia is replacing them. I think because Caicedo paired with a Santos and a Lavia, just offers so much more structure and comfortability for the other players around them. So yeah, Reece James, man's a legend. Absolute brick wall defence, brilliant going forward. I think he brings a level of experience, winning the Champions League, doing all these things. He just brings so much joy to me. I've got him on the back of one of my shirts. Love this man, brilliant. Cucurella, GOAT, just best left back in the Premier League. And I know a lot of other teams hate him, but there's a reason why, because he's so good. He'll kick at your shins. Legend, absolute legend of a man. I'm pretty sure that's is it an Alcimino? What's his name? I'm gonna have to have a look, ain't I? Not seen too much of it. I'm pretty sure he's been injured this whole time, isn't he? So to be honest with you, I know that Maresca's a big fan of him. I read an article that said Maresca's a big fan of him. But if you've been injured that much, you need game time. You need to get yourself out there, get some game time. Oh, now this one's a hot topic, all right? Hot topic. Wesley Fofana. Now, we all know on his day, he's probably our best defender, without a shadow of a doubt. But the problem is this man can't stay fit. And you've got to feel sorry for him sometimes. He is top quality. He's so quick, especially for a centre-back. But my fear is how often are these injuries going to keep coming about. It's the same with Reece James, but I think we now have a medical team that actually know what they're doing. They're not just a bunch of dentists that just have absolutely no idea. They have done wonders on Reece James, and they've really done a good job of bringing these players back into the system without overkilling them again. So, look, if Wes can stay fit, 100% keep him. But with his track record of how he's been, I'd actually be quite reluctant to sell him. And that hurts to say, and you can kick off in the comments, that's absolutely fine. But the man is injury prone, and he has been so injury prone. Levi Colwill, left-sided centre-back, keep. Really impressed me with how he's progressed in the latter stages of the season. I think at the beginning it was quite a hiccup. But I think when you looked at Sanchez behind them, I think he didn't offer them the confidence to be calm and collective and make good decisions and good passes. But his ability to pass forward and always look for that forward ball, brilliant. And he just brilliant. Bergstrom, loan. Go get some game time, get a bit of experience under you. Maybe in an abroad loan. Strasbourg maybe, just go get some minutes behind you, because I don't know enough about him to really make a comment. Just that, again, I know he's young, but he needs game time. Jorgensen. How old is Jorgensen? Let's have a quick look. Take me 2 seconds. Come on, just give me. Why is it not coming up? Okay, Jorgensen is 23 years old, loan. Do you know what? He didn't disappoint me that much last season. I think if anything, he wasn't given a real chance. I think when he was given his chance, he was okay. He gave away a penalty that, let's be honest, was a dive. I think he was really good. I think he was a lot better than Sanchez. And then suddenly Sanchez came back. So unless I think Chelsea are trying to do that tactical thing of if we can get Sanchez some good form, maybe we'll get more money for him in the summer. Because let's be honest, he's got to go. Okay, Alfie Gilchrist. Chelsea Academy, we love him because when he came on, I think it was last season, wasn't it, before he went on loan, he puts a good shift in. But I think when you've got the likes of Reece James and Achimpong, I don't see him getting any minutes. So to be honest with you, I would say sell. I know it's that whole pure profit thing, but it is. and I would take up that offer. Now, the debate of Petrovic. Petrovic was League One's best keeper last season. But the problem is Petrovic going to want to be a number 2? Is he? Because I just don't see it happening. Which then makes me feel like, would he be a number 2 to Magnon if we get him? Because maybe Penders could be a number 2. Or maybe Jorgensen. Oh, crap. I messed that one up, didn't I? Damn it. I think loan... Oh, see, Magnon, this is where it gets hard. And you'd let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to say keep Petrovic. I like Petrovic. I didn't think there was anything wrong with him. I think his ball playing abilities weren't up to scratch at the time when Maresca come in, and it wasn't what he needed. But it wasn't bad. And I think if he was given more time, he would have been all right. Okay, Ugochukwu was on loan at Southampton. I think he put in a good shift for a team that was really struggling. Obviously, they nearly got the record for the worst record in the Premier League. But at least he got the minutes. And sometimes I think going through such a hard time in a team can build character. And I think he showed a lot of resilience in that team. So I'm actually going to say loan, because I think he's not a bad person to, recall off loan if suddenly we get a hell of a load of injuries. Excuse me. Carney. Another loan. I can't sell that man. I think he's brilliant. I think in that pre-season where he started to show up, he was so good. And then suddenly he had an injury and it just took everything away. I've not followed him too closely when he's gone to Borussia Dortmund. But from the sounds of it, I know they want him again, and I'd quite happily let him go on loan again. And again, if he needs to be recalled, he can be recalled, but I just don't see anyone else. We have so many central midfielders that it's not an issue. Sanchez. Just I don't even want to talk about it. The man done all right towards the end of the season, don't get me wrong. Last 5-6 games, I think he really started to pull through and show some really dominating moments. But it's too late. I'm sorry. I think you tried too hard at the end of the season to maybe keep your spot, and as we can see from the transfer news with Magnon, it's not going to work. So to be honest with you, thank you, but no thank you. Go back to Graham Potter, who I think's at West Ham. So off you go. Mike Penders. Is that Mike Penders? I have no idea. Let's have a quick gander at Mike Penders. Okay, so loan again. Just stick to the loans. Keep it simple. Right. Bettinelli. Can someone explain to me in the comments, please, why we hold on to these keepers that never actually play? I don't think he's played much at all. Let's be honest. Career. He hasn't played. He played one game in a friendly and one game in the FA Cup back in 21-22. He hasn't played a game since the 22-23 season, and that was for an under-21 team, Chelsea team. Look, he's 33 years old. I know, obviously, get the bag in that. And maybe I know he offers a good morale in the change room, and that's great, right? But I feel like if you're not fighting for your position, then you're not creating enough competition with the other players. And I think with that said, like the likes of Sanchez and that felt too comfortable that they were the number one. I think you need players that are constantly fighting. And yeah, I know what you're going to say. Oh, but then if that's the case, I'll just go to another team and be number one there. But I'm sorry, but you got to earn that. You've got to make other teams desire you. And to do that, work hard, play hard, everything. So Bettinelli, gone. Chalobah, great man. You just can't sell him. I think he offers so much in that centre-back position that a lot of centre-backs don't. And I think he proved that with going to Crystal Palace and the level of disrespect basically Chelsea have been given towards him. He deserves more. And I think next season we'll see him being utilised a lot more, especially with how injury-prone some of our defenders are. But yeah, absolute legend. Love the man. What a legend. Badiashile. I think there are moments of really. I think when he came over, he had some really good moments. His passing was honestly just so direct, so just on point, and it was one of those people that when he fit in after a few games, was like you wouldn't have even known he was new. And then one mistake happened, and that was it. They just started flowing and flowing and flowing, and us Chelsea fans really started to pick up on that. And to be honest with you, I've had enough of him, and he can go. I think he can just be gone. Same with Disassi. Just see you later. Tosin, keep. I think it's been shown that in certain games where you have such a big presence of a striker, like against Chris Wood against Nottingham Forest, he really shows his professionalism and how well he is as a centre-back, especially such a big one. And again, knows how to press forward and knows how to control the game at the back. And I think he is great pairing with Colwill. I think they all have a great pairing. But yeah, he is outstanding. I actually really, really like him, especially for a free. What a bargain. Malo Gusto. I like Malo. I think going forward, he offers you a lot of energy. The Ronaldo chop king. That's all he does as a skill move is the Ronaldo chop. Gets a bit boring, but we love to see it. His passing is woeful. Every time he gets the ball, either his touch is really bad or his pass is just, I don't know if he switches off or he rushes. I don't know if that's game time or anything like that. Now, I've not heard much of whether or not people are in the works to buy him. But it's tough. At the moment, he doesn't strike me as a keep player. I would either loan him because he's still young, get more minutes, or sell him. Just a straight sell. But being that the World Cup, everything like that, I would keep him for that. But I think, again, he won't be good enough, and it'll be a case of being sold. Oh, wow, I can only sell me 3 more players. Oh, luckily, that doesn't look like I need to. And Kunku, we all know he's going. Mate, you owe me a shirt because I've had you on the back of my shirt all season. And I used to get so excited. And I know everyone, whenever Chelsea would post their lineup, people in the comments, where's Nkunku? Why is Nkunku not playing? And I think as the season went on, we all seen why. I'm disappointed. I know every Chelsea fan was disappointed. I don't think he meant for all this to happen, but I think he joined a Chelsea team that was a very attacking team under Pochettino. I think that's what excited him. And then obviously when Mahrez came in, it was a lot more possession holding, side-to-side football, and I think he just lost interest and just didn't want to be here anymore. And I'm sorry for that. Gone, mate. Get gone. Caicedo, player of the season. Get in there. Let's be honest. We don't need to say too much about this. This guy's the rock of our midfield. Unbelievable player. Such a workhorse. Relentless. Plays every game. Every game. Absolutely brilliant. Josh Achimpong. Do you know what? If he's happy to be on the bench and be a number 2 to Reece James or a centre-back, if you want to play a back 3 and everything like that, and he's shown that he can invert because he has also, like Reece James, in his younger career, plays as centre mid. And I think that's brilliant. I think he shows such quality and such a presence for such a young player. Brilliant. Enzo Fernandez, keep. This man can score a goal in a moment where we don't think a goal is possible. He's shown relentlessness and he had such a rough start to the season. But he's pulled through and I think he's really started to show himself in this Chelsea squad. And I couldn't be happier. And I hope this season it goes really well. But like I said before, I wouldn't be too surprised if other players took his place. I think an Andre Santos. Who else is going to be in there? You've got Andre Santos, you've got Asugu, you've got Caicedo, Lavia. All these players are going to step up that game. And I think Caicedo is going to show another level to him that we've not seen yet. And that sounds mental, but God, I'm buzzing for this season. Right. Is that Amugu? Amugu. Loan. Pretty sure he's on loan to Strasbourg. That's not bad. I know we didn't get to see enough of him in the season, but I think a loan move is a great move for him. We love to sign children. It's weird, but it is what it is. Now Mudryk. someone in the comments, I know I released a video about this before, but someone needs to explain to me how you can sell a player that's physically banned, unless you sell them on a free, but then you've just completely lost out on all your money. To be honest, I'm just going to leave him here, because there's nothing we know or can do about him. If he was free and available, I'd keep him, because he offers you speed. He did start to show himself towards the end of the season, and I think he just was never given the time. I think he's from a war-torn country that is struggling a lot, and I think knowing that your home is being destroyed, I think that can take a lot mentally, especially when he's earning a lot of money. And I think it was just such a tough time. And he was starting to pull through, and then obviously the drug scandal. So I'm kind of hoping and praying this B sample eventually comes back, and he might be banned for, like, let's say 2 years, and because he's already nearly served a year, it could be just another season. And obviously he's given up his number 10 shirt, which I don't think is too much of a problem. But yeah, so do you know what? I'm going to keep him, despite the drug stuff. Keep him. Now, if Tyreek George, do you know what? Again, if we sign a Jamie Gittens, and we've got Neto, Madueke, and we've got, who else can go on the wing? Tyreek George, keep him. Unless we can sign another one, like a Kudus, I don't want Nico Williams. I think he is too much of a star boy. I think he will want a wage of 250, 300 grand and then not give you that result. A bit like a Raheem Sterling. I think he'll show glimpses of greatness and then just not be consistent enough. So I can't be dealing with it. Okay. Liam Delap. Let's say we sign Ekatike. Where does Jackson fit into this? Now, personally, I'd have Jackson as another left winger, because he's not afraid to turn and have a go at players. But I think he will want to leave, and there's already talks of Manchester United being interested in Nicholas Jackson. So if we do sign a Delap and an Ekatike, then do you know what? As much as I've enjoyed Nicholas Jackson, he is so inconsistent. And that last game, that touch, the one-on-one with Sancho running next to him. So for me, it's going to be mental. But this is only if we make good transfers in the summer transfer window. It'd be a sell for me. Get good strikers in. I think unless he's happy to fight for his place, it'd be a sell. So yeah, if I've missed anyone, if you disagree with anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. I've enjoyed making this. I want to do a Premier League prediction. So what I might do is tomorrow, if anyone likes the idea of that, I will drop a prediction for the Premier League, what I think. And then I'm going to also do a prediction for the World Cup. So yeah, if that's something you want to see, if that's something you're all interested in, it's going to get dropped hopefully this week. So thank you for tuning in. Please drop a like. Please drop a comment. Please subscribe. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.